Greetings, YouTube community in the world. I am Safety Driver, and I'm back again for one more safety meeting. Thank you for being a part of what we're doing and staying with us here on our journey. And if you've been with us for a long time, you know exactly what I mean. We started out in a van and traveling around and working on cannabis farms, and now we're raising $1 million to put together a healing sanctuary in the middle of the desert. I mean, it's fantastical. And if you really want to pay attention to the journey that we have, I'm also doing an audiobook, The Road to $1 million, how we sold out and cashed in this world, and how you can do it too. So I'll be providing an audiobook. You can pre-order now. There's plenty of ways for you to support what we're doing. And basically this episode's going to talk to you about that. So if you're interested in the safety driver journey, the Drums Manifest Truth, the Safe Soul Council, any of the future projects that I'm talking about right now, you'll want to stick around. And without further ado, I really want to talk about the recent updates to our family. And we live in our school bus. It is one of the most amazing, situations that's happened for our life. And it started out, we were in the van, and then we traveled around, and our friends gave us an RV, and then we were actually given a bus, and exponentially our lives have just exploded with the possibility of abundance. And it's amazing. We want to show people how to just master their lives and take a hold of that. So we want to provide something to you. And we've been putting things together, adding more social media aspects, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. We're looking at Be Real. We're taking a look at adding extra content into the Patreon and adding extra content onto the Ko-fi, just giving people lots of places that they can go to receive our energy and our content and what we're doing. It's pretty amazing. And we're still hosting a lot of the drum circles that we're doing now. We came down to the desert one of the first years and just started playing drums. The same drum energy that we had put together in the Northwest at some of these festivals. And it was amazing, the energy that we received back from that. And it's been able to support my family traveling around, hosting private drum circle events, public events, hosting private parties, and doing a lot of didgeridoo work, teaching people how to play these instruments, and also adding a little bit of how to meditate and fix your diet and work on your shadow work and inner issues so that it's not a problem anymore. And these are things that we're really excited to start providing more and more of on the channel. It's hard to record, hit that button. We're always doing something, and even when we're doing nothing, it's just hard to remember. And so we're always looking for a cameraman, someone who's like-minded and willing to travel around and do these kind of things with us, and be on board with filming and editing and all that kind of stuff. Because right now it's just me, and that's the point. We've built this band, we've built this brand, and it has been a successful way for our family to give back. And at the same time, it's also hard because I don't feel like I want to charge for the energy, for the music that we're creating. It doesn't seem like it should be something that should cost anything. For me to send Reiki, I'm doing it already right now. Everybody, if you just say to yourself, I accept this healing energy fully and completely, you're not only connecting in to the Reiki that I'm sending, but every other Reiki master and practitioner that is connected to that Earth's energy, they've already said and sent out this energy for you to connect with. So, I mean, it's there, it's going on. The possibilities of abundance are right now. And that's why we're seizing the moment. There's so much energy going on, and we want to make our difference right now. We're choosing to do it right now, and in a fantastical way, because all of it means nothing and none of it means everything. It's so amazing what we're putting together. And that's this SSC that I've talked about a little bit, the Safe Soul Council, the sanctuary of unity and love. And it's unconditional love at that. The Safe Soul Council is a group of members that have gotten together to enact these plans that we're finally putting together to gather all of these people together to build the future for our children. That's what the mission's always been about. So you can check out, if you go to our link tree right now, Drums Manifest Truth, there is a link to like the Safe Soul Council on Facebook. That's something we put together. And Maggie, a blessed soul, is handling most of the Facebook and social media aspects for the Safe Soul Council right now. And it's a blessed space to start gathering people for the message that we're going to be coming together here in the future. And what do I mean by that? The way we've started to choose how to live our life, eating healthier foods that work with our bodies, treating people in a way that we are benefiting their energy and not just looking for something from them. Talking about being a steward of the earth and passing that on to the children. I mean, learning how to utilize the resources that we have here right now that we can use, the sun, the water, the wind, to help cover some of the main aspects of life and add comfortability to that as well. And all of this has a roundabout. I mean, we're talking about right now in our bus, we've got the solar panels that keep us off of the grid. We're working on more water storage so that we can continue to have healthy drinking water and filter that water and also wash water and things that we can carry. And we want to transfer that onto land as well. It's been really cool to build out this bus and live in a vehicle to travel around. And then it's 40 feet long. So being able to maneuver in some places is really, really tough. Getting into parking lots and traveling around. But it is our shelter. And that's the main thing. I want to be able to provide a shelter for myself and food. And I want to cover growing that food that's healthy for me and get away from a lot of what we've been talking about these past years. The genetically modified stuff that's no good for us. A lot of the choices that are being made for me, I need to be making again myself and back to the land, which is it's a scary thought because, I mean, I'm not from the land right now, but I'm learning and we're teaching ourselves how to walk through the forests and the deserts and find the medicine and find the foods and actually survive and thrive, not just live. And so that's what we want to help pass on to the future generations. And it's something I didn't think about when I was a child, and it's cool to be a part of now, and the progression and the growth and the elders that I'm connecting to. And you know exactly who you are, what you're bringing to the table. It is exactly what this world needs. Connection on all levels, passing on true esoteric knowledge. It's amazing. So that works on more of our spiritual connection with people and community and the land. And we're working on these things right now. We're already doing them as we travel around, and the work that we do and the people that we're connecting with right now are making a difference in my life. And with that knowledge, I know it's got to be making a difference in others. But even if it isn't, it is making a difference in my life. And so I'm going to continue forever because I feel empowered by the earth. I feel empowered by the flow of energy that we're in and the maintenance of the earth and the resource management that we're working on right now. It's a blessed thing to be actually coming together with like-minded individuals, building things like the SSC and putting together these future businesses, in a sense, future ways for self-sustainability to be a model for the future. And then plug and play where we can put these in other places and enact other energies and ideas to come together. You guys, it's already happening. It's amazing. We've actually already started raising money. I'm only now making a push for the future in a fantastical way. And it is because, again, I watch millions and billions of dollars being spent here and there, and it's out of context. I understand. And for me, I realize most of the people that are throwing these astronomical numbers around, they don't own this money. Well, that's what I don't want to do. I don't want to be a millionaire. I would be a really good millionaire, but I'd give it all away. The things that I would do. So what I need to do is get this property. And I wrote most of this stuff down. So I want to work for you. I've already been providing countless meditation songs. I mean, real, true energy I've been putting into this world, and my friends have been adding to as well as we've been traveling around and doing these things that I'm talking about, hosting these private events that you have no idea. I cannot speak to you of the energy, but if you are in it, you know the work that we're doing is real and it has meaning and it's affecting people. Oh, it's amazing. I'm putting this energy on Patreon for you guys. Most of the really amazing energy stuff, it's free. I'm not trying to charge for that. But we are trying to raise money in every aspect because we're getting land. And I realize what that really kind of means, right? So we're playing a numbers game in this aspect. You guys are going to start seeing every single day weird. Well, you might think they're weird. I don't. I think they're weird too because I don't really believe in this style. But I have had to stand on the side of the street and ask people for gas when I was out of gas at certain times, or when I couldn't eat and the food banks in the towns wouldn't give me food, or my family. You know, I had to ask for these things. And what I learned is people are going to help you if they want to help you. They don't care what your sign says. They don't care. They're judging you. And I do that too. I judge everyone, but I do it as discernment. It's helping me get through life and not have some adversities. And so my point with this is I'm not afraid to play the numbers game of this social media. I get it. It will take forever for me to reach 1 million people and pull a dollar from every person to buy this piece of property at 160 acres that we can build this healing sanctuary. And it takes this large amount of money, and I don't even have enough money to pay rent at places. That's why I bought a bus and I can own my home. I don't, we don't, Rachel right now is working doing online transcription, working from home, so that we can even really try to get away from financial assistance and actually live truly on our own. And through COVID and everything, we did have to go and get food stamps, and that's okay. I'm okay with that because, like I said, we've had to go to food banks, and they've turned our family away because I'm not registered in their town, and they'll give me a box of something nobody wants to eat and think that it's okay, or rotting food. It just doesn't work for me. And so I'm going to hit everywhere. We're on TikTok now. We are on Instagram. We are on most emerging new social medias. We still have the YouTube. We have the podcast areas. We have Ko-fi. We have Patreon. We're providing content. And I want to sell you our next album. I want to sell you our audiobook on how we're doing actually what we're doing, where we have freed our lives from the mundane aspect of the day to day, where we have opened up the future for our child, and we see it in every day. No one can tell us differently. We are on the right path, and I know it. And you are here for that reason. Spirit guided you here. Now, does that mean that you have to help with money? No, that doesn't. It means if you're aligned with what we're doing, then you're aligned, and I appreciate you just for that energy. Whatever's going to happen, it will be. And I thank you for that. So you're going to start seeing us everywhere. I'm going to make multiple posts asking 1 million people. It's easier though if I could get 50,000 people to give me $50. And I've got stuff that's worth it. We create amazing meditational music, sound therapy that is Reiki infused, that helps me. And I can't tell you any other difference. Like, I can't say what it's going to do for you. I know it's helped me heal myself from drug addiction, many, many years of heavy drug addiction and alcoholism and being a jerk. I treat people differently. I look at myself differently. I treat myself differently. And it's all just a perception of life and how you look at it. And I want to pass that on to you. And we want to do that through these social media posts and getting to everywhere. And why does it even cost that much? Let's even break that down. Why would it cost? I'm asking for $1 million. Why is it going to cost $1 million for a piece of property? Well, let's see. I want 170 acres so that I can put 6 families on 20 acres apiece with a center that we can come together and provide a community center for people to come for all kinds of things. I mean, I'm hitting all areas of life here. I've been in homelessness myself. I've been in addiction and abuse situations. I want to help people with that because look at me right now. Do you think when I was smoking crack between two fence posts, I imagined I would even be doing what's happening right now? No way. Spirit guided me to be doing this. And I want to pass on that information, how you can change your own life. So we're making an audio book. I am already selling our music, but I'd like to give it away for free. The point of this is free everything for life. No, I don't have $1 million and you don't have $1 million. But if we put the dollar right now together, and actually we've raised $50 so far towards that, and every money from the Patreon and everything goes in. We would be able to give away our music and our meditations and everything for free. We would be able to grow a garden and give away food to the communities and the surrounding neighbors and to anyone who really asked. I mean, if you came to our door on this property and you said, I can't eat, and we have a CSA, why would we not give you food? You know, you know, if you can see the vision right now of helping out people now so that the future doesn't have to pay, wow, the amazing ability of what we have. I mean, we're even doing things for the children. So the point of this is I don't want to own this land. I don't want to own $1 million. I really don't. I just want to grow food and play music and meditate and send off healing energy all day long, every day for the rest of my days. And I want to build this sanctuary with you and with her and with him. I want to do that for the children. And so it'll be left in the trust for the children, where these families that are together, that are living on these acreages, they have it for generations after generations, and their families can come and go. And there's so many beautiful things that can happen if we all just came together right now to provide good people. We have this council already. And we'll be showing you more and more about what our mission is. And you can look that up on the Facebook and the Instagram and TikToks and all those things right now. But if you're already here, you're aligned with what we're doing. And, you know, I kind of get sidetracked a little bit. And I've got a lot. I mean, I literally sat down because I didn't want to forget most of what I want to talk to you about. I mean, the future of this CSA program for communities. Do you understand that if we were able to affect one community and the model then passed on to another community, we're now affecting two. And if these are self-sustainable communities that are building wealth and passing that funneled right into it, it only gets better and better and better and bigger and stronger and more amazing. And I want to be a part of that. So there's a lot of different workshops that we want to put together, and there's a lot of meditational, spiritual, and oh, I healers. Really, I have a hard time using that word because it scares people. But real healers, getting these people on the land. I have connections with people that have cancers and have MS and have debilitating diseases. And we want to give a chance for them to come and receive some of the practices in healing that people are paying astronomical amounts for healing, which doesn't make sense to me because they're being forced to have to charge for that. Now let's get away from that. We want to get away from being forced to have to charge for our energy, for our wisdom, for our journey. We don't want to do that. Everything is free, and it should be. So we do. I need $1 million. I need $1 from you. I need $50 from you. I need $20 from you. And we have things that we're giving back for that. So I have built a Patreon, and we have different tiers that, you know, if you want to support what we're doing and provide, and we've got merchandise and all the things that everybody's putting. What we lack is getting out to the million people. I don't have famous people that I know. Apparently, even the same post that got 15,000 views last 2 years, this year get 5 views. Exactly the same. And I know a lot of you that have been posting on social media feel the same thing. We're being buried. I need to now unbury us and get sent everywhere. And we're setting up everything to receive this. And I literally am going to play the whole numbers game, the whole world. I just about might try to write letters to people, but I really want to give back. So, what can I do for you to help support us so that in 6 months' time, we're on that property and I'm handing somebody else the keys to their section. I'm able to sit down and provide these meditational experiences real time in real person right then. What do I need to do? And we have set up the Cash App and Venmo, and that's usually for Cash App, it's the $ DMT Sound. Everything else is the hashtag DMTsound. And we actually have DMT, Drums Manifest Truth, for the PayPal, for YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. The Safe Soul Council has a TikTok and an Instagram and a Facebook. Drums Manifest Truth has a Facebook. We have a Ko-fi page, a Patreon. All of these things we've done for you. And we'd also like you to join our Discord. If you're not already in there and you want to help, we've built a community of people that we actually know, that we're coming in contact with, that we're building. We're sending a positive energy and trying to connect with others. And we're trying to invite others into that space to help us understand different ways of doing things as well, so that we don't leave anything out. I mean, I've got so many ideas bouncing through my head. Do I need to sell 50,000 shares at $50 of a chance to help? When we are providing these free things to the public, we need the public's input. Do you want to be that person to tell us what we need to be doing? I got 50,000 slots. I need $50. And we'll do that. I've got this urge to make it happen now because I want you involved. And if we don't do it now, you won't be involved. And I know you want to be involved. So this is what we're doing. And I thank you. I hope some of this video helped explain a little bit about what we're doing. I mean, I didn't really go into what it even costs for land. The land I'm looking at is about $830,000. And that land is 170 acres. And it has a few things on it that we might be able to utilize to make money for the property. So it is self-sustainable, has plenty of room for gardens, cannabis growing, all of the permaculture and meditation zones. It is a healer's retreat in the making. And it probably costs about $40,000 to $50,000 in taxes and closing fees. And to be to be real with you, I think I worked it out. There's also upkeep costs, some well costs, different costs that come into getting a lawyer. And actually, we want to do it correctly, but I want to stay as far away from being tied into having to repay. I have terrible credit. Who wants to give me money? Government wise, I hope you want to help. But I mean, like, who wants to, in that society? I'm not working the way they are. We make a lot by doing it person to person, the things that I sell or the things that we, create and pass off, or the energy exchanges that we do. Like I said, we want to get away from having to charge that. We want to make it free forever. So I know it's going to take a long time for me to get $1 million from 1 million people. It's not even that easy. People don't want to spend that much time. I mean, it takes a lot of time to sign into your PayPal or sign into a new app and Cash App and, and send this money and deal with your banks and all this stuff. Nobody wants to do it. I get it. So we might even set together a Kickstarter or a GoFundMe or something. But the problem is if with GoFundMe, if I don't receive, or if I don't make all the money, I don't receive it. And some do. The point is, it's not about making $1 million in one source. I know it can be done because it is happening. We're already doing it. The council's already been built. The people are already working. Everyone's coming together. We just need a bigger space. So I don't need 160 acres, but why not? Why not start big and bring in the real people? And why not do it right now? I'm not waiting anymore. So my goal is set. I will be doing this. Every money, dollar, Bitcoin, Ethereum, everything I pull in, I'm playing games on the phone to pull in $15 a week. I'm doing all kinds of things to pull in money. All of that is going into a can, and other people are donating into this can, and that's our cash aspect. And we're bringing up money, and people are donating into the Patreon and the Ko-fi and all these places, and all of that money is going in. So slowly, 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 I'm needing less than 1 million people already. 900, 9, I can't, 999,998, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. I mean, it's going down right now. I can feel it. That's why I know that we're on the right path, and I thank you for being here. So again, do something nice for somebody. That stuff's going to come back to you, and maybe in the form of being attached to what we're doing here on this property. Have a blessed day.